the speech there, is it?
Yep.
And I take that there's a couple of small changes.
I missed.
Cheers from
An honour and a pleasure, sir.
It never looks warm or properly daytime in black and white photographs. The sheer cliff face of the ship still enveloped in its scaffolding, backside against the launching cradle. Ladies lining the quay in their layered drapery, touching their gloves to their lips, and just as they that go down to the sea in ships rises from choir boys' mouths in wisps and snatches, and evil skitters off and looks askance.
Firkin Omusar and Fensha is going to be a market sack from Firkin Forja Darish in Rome. Now, before I go any further, distinguished guests, say what how wonderful it is to be here in the Linen Hall, and I want to pay tribute to that wonderful choir, the cross community choir, and Neil Martin's composition, which is very, very, very beautiful. And to say to Sinead, that is a fabulous poem. Poets usually are very restrained talking about other people's work, but I have to say it's a fine poem in every way, and so much authentic to the texture of Belfast and the great moment itself, and all of the hundreds of skills that are contained in what has been put to sea. And I congratulate you on such a magnificent poem. But mar a good mate áthas an féidir agus is mí na bhuiigas go Julie Andrews a certain cuire human. I'm so grateful to Julie Andrews, director of the Linen Hall Library, and all of the library staff and their board for the kind invitation to come here. And it's also a very great pleasure to be able to see the wonderful handwriting of Samuel Ferguson and Douglas the Heather, Cregan Even, and the other what a marvellous collection you have. The Linen Hall Library is not just one of Belfast's most iconic buildings, but a very important cultural institution for Northern Ireland, but for the whole of Ireland, and for those who come from abroad. I've always been fascinated as well, I have to say, as I was coming here, but maybe we don't sufficiently make enough of the extraordinary industrial archaeology of Belfast and the architecture, which is so significant. And 30 years ago I came up here for about 7 weeks in a row, 3 days at a time, when I was editing a documentary on the island of Montserrat. I must say, if I might say, just to diffuse matters slightly, I stayed in bed and breakfast, and it was tough enough time. I remember one landlady saying to me, she said, "Mr. Higgins," she said, "I think I'm going to have to vote for the doctor." So it was, but it is always from that time. I remember when I had finished doing some work, looking at this whole beautiful, the wonderful, rich architecture of Belfast. And the Linen Hall Library is an immensely valuable repository of Irish thought, literature and history. Fine collection of printed books from the earliest periods, and then of course into the near contemporary period, first editions of the work of people like Shimasini, and then Michael Longley, a great poet, and 250 items, 250,000 items in the Northern Ireland collection. And then a significant collection in the period referred to as the Troubles. But I think that libraries are incredibly important. Libraries are associated with the movement towards the founding of the parliamentary system, all right across Europe, the extension of democracy, the literacy that, if you like, make possible sustenance of parliamentary engagement. Libraries are very important. Libraries have been important in our modern period for really responding to great waves of unemployment. So libraries are more than just repositories of culture. They're never passive. Libraries are places of intellectual awakening, where people come for hope and where people come for engagement with thought. They're as never, as it were, as they were described in one theory, as shrines for the worship of books. But they are, to use Socrates' metaphor, the delivery room for the birth of ideas. And I much prefer that